Less than a year ago, as I was turning 25, I finally decided to try this side hustle in an attempt to make some money online, even though I had failed a couple of times in the past before. For this particular side hustle, I could call myself an absolute beginner. Nevertheless, I decided to dedicate an entire year to it, and in this video you will see exactly what happened. At the beginning of February 2023, after so many years of delay, I finally decided to start my own YouTube channel, even though I didn't know much on how to succeed on YouTube. However, I had a clear idea on what my studio would look like, so I immediately went on a quest to collect all the items. Before that, however, it took me something like 1 month to find a nice studio like this one where I could record my videos. After finding this room, I needed to order all the equipment, starting with the camera. I thought that using my old Canon M50 would be good enough, but you will see why that resulted to be a terrible idea in a couple of seconds. Next, I needed to look for a microphone, and with so many options out there, I finally went for the Shure SM7B, which was basically the microphone that every other YouTuber out there was using. I bought a main light and some furniture, and with that, my studio was complete, and so I thought that nothing could stop me from getting thousands of views. However, I was wrong. Logically, the first thing I did was watching so many videos on how to get started with YouTube, how to set up a studio, how to edit, and finally how to make money, and based on what I saw on those videos, I started to think that this would be an easy way for me to make money and I would definitely succeed on YouTube. I got really enthusiastic and started working on my first couple of videos, but soon I realized that the reality was different. As soon as I started posting, I noticed that YouTube is more than having a good image and audio quality. My videos were getting 30 to 50 views on average, and even though I was spending 3 to 4 hours to script, shoot and edit a video, the channel was still going nowhere. So I needed to find a strategy first, otherwise the channel would keep going downhill. While analyzing why I was not getting views, I noticed that the click-through rate was very low for my channel, so I needed to create better thumbnails. Since I knew nothing about Photoshop, I thought that waiting for me to improve on Photoshop would be a waste of time, so I immediately went on Fiverr and hired someone to create these thumbnails for me for $17 a piece. On 13th of March, full of hope, I posted this video expecting to get hundreds of views and a high click-through rate, but in reality the videos got no more than 50 views and a very low click-through rate. With all due respect to the guy that created the thumbnails, it didn't make any huge difference or change to the channel as promised. After the thumbnails theory resulted unsuccessful, I started to think that my channel deserves more views and I could make that happen through advertising, which is basically running paid ads on YouTube that would bring me more views on my channel, and as a result, that would bring me more money. At least that was my plan. On 18th of April, I started running Google Ads campaign targeting English-speaking countries like US, Australia and Canada. I was very enthusiastic about it and thought that I finally figured it out through having some good thumbnails and finally getting views on my videos. I had to make some money now, right?
No.
I lost $50 on Google Ads in a couple of days and got nothing back. After this, I was so upset and promised myself that I would never run ads in order to get views again in the future, because it simply doesn't work since the ads are just so expensive. So far, I had spent more than $1,000 in equipment trying to make this side hustle work without seeing any results. The worst thing was that after watching those videos of other people showing that you can make tons of money with YouTube, I built some wrong expectations, and when the reality hit, I was so demotivated, thinking that YouTube would never work for small channels like mine. I went to the point that I just started to think that it might be better to forget about it and go back to my normal life. But then I decided to give it one more try, and this time I would go all in. Watching my videos from a viewer's perspective, I realized that the quality of the videos coming out of my old Canon M50 was pretty bad, and I needed to invest into a real camera. Collecting all my life savings and investing into the new Sony A7 Mark IV was probably one of the best decisions I've taken so far. Meanwhile, I immediately listed my old Canon M50 on Facebook Marketplace for sale. Only a couple of hours after the listing, I got a phone call from a guy that wanted to buy the camera as a gift for his sister. After we met on a public location, he decided to buy it straight away. As I was getting back home, happy that I managed to sell the old camera that fast, I realized that it might take a minimum of 2 weeks for my new camera to arrive, and that was a problem because I couldn't record new videos. I didn't want to waste any time, so during those 2 weeks I wrote more than 10 scripts for future YouTube videos. 2 weeks went by and finally my new camera arrived. Having my new professional camera at my hands at the beginning of May, I decided to give this one more shot. I soon learned how to use my new camera and the quality of the videos was truly amazing. It was around this time that I was spending 10 hours a day to shoot, learn how to edit and create clickable thumbnails, and for the first time ever since I created this channel, I felt like my videos were decent. Even though I was not getting thousands of views yet, with every new upload the metrics were improving and I knew that I was getting closer and closer to that 1000 views benchmark. And then, on the 3rd of July, it finally happened. I managed to get more than 1000 organic views for the first time ever, and I was getting paid in passive income even on the days that I was not actively working. Anyways, we will get back to that in a second. More videos started to get views regularly, and I thought that I finally figured it out and I just needed to upload more videos and I would soon get hundreds of dollars in passive income. But that wasn't the case at all. After some days, each video I was posting was not getting more than 100 views. The worst thing was that YouTube wasn't recommending my videos at all. You see, a video can go viral when it is shown on the YouTube homepage through the browsing feature. As you can see, my most successful videos are the ones where the main traffic source is the browse feature, and let me show you why. When the video is recommended on the YouTube homepage, you're competing against something like 6 other creators to get a click from the viewer. To get views from the search result, you need to rank on the top 5, which is pretty impossible for a small channel. And if your video is suggested amongst other videos, there's a good chance that the viewer will disregard it. So in my opinion, the traffic coming from the browse feature is one of the most efficient. I was so confused as to why my channel was not getting views anymore, and I started looking around for a solution. There were just so many people suggesting that the YouTube channel could be shadow banned for no reason at all. However, I didn't want to believe that YouTube would do such thing to a small channel like mine. Staring at my videos for a couple of hours, I realized what the real problem was. How to invest for beginners. I stole Joshua Mayo's video style, passive income ideas. And if you don't see the problem yet, then let me tell you that the problem was me. I was accidentally confusing the YouTube algorithm with all sorts of video topics. Putting side by side a video about investing and a video about creating on YouTube would most likely confuse the YouTube algorithm into not deciding what this channel is really about. The algorithm was recommending my videos next to crypto videos, and honestly my channel has nothing to do with crypto. So it was quite clear why I was not getting views. I needed to stay within the niche, and so did I. The next couple of videos started doing really well, and the YouTube algorithm was suggesting my videos more than ever before, getting thousands of impressions in one single month. Then I discovered something even better that would bring me more views. From the beginning of my journey on YouTube, I have been fully aware on how important the thumbnail is. After doing some tests, I realized what makes a thumbnail clickable. Even though I always try to set the proper expectations, people love to see fast results, so I noticed that people were more likely to click on a thumbnail that promises fast results. After spending a couple of hours on my next design, I came up with this thumbnail for my video, and to be honest, the results were great. I got 14,000 impressions and more than 1000 views in its first 4 days. The best part was that it was coming from the browse feature, which meant that finally the YouTube algorithm was recommending my videos again. Following advice from huge YouTubers out there, I decided to double down on the videos that were already working for me. My channel was finally getting views every day, and for the first time ever, I was getting paid even on the days that I was not working. But it turned out that I didn't calculate the profit margins correctly. Even though I was generating a few dollars per day from my YouTube channel, I still needed to pay an Inveto subscription for my stock footage, an Epidemic subscription for audio and sound effects, and on top of that, I was renting this room to record my videos, so I was still losing money every day. To make things worse, I made a little mistake. By this time, I thought that I had been on YouTube long enough to share some experience with the viewers, and in less than 1 week, I created these 2 videos that were more YouTube related than finance related. The video got a lot of views, but that was a big problem. The audience watching these videos was not the kind of audience that I was trying to target, and when I went back to uploading finance-related videos, I wasn't getting as many views as before. Nevertheless, I'm pretty sure that the finance niche is the best one when it comes to making money on YouTube. And speaking of money, this is how much I have generated on YouTube in terms of revenue, and even though this channel is far from profitable, there have been many days when I was getting paid without working at all. There is enough proof of content that YouTube actually works and you can make it big with this side hustle. Here you can check some easier side hustles to start in 2023.